Oh, very smoky David Rowett all of a sudden. 3 abreast, fantastic shot, and look on the inside there, trying to dive up and gain further ground. 27, Jez Breaker, late breaker there. The engine has let go, sheets of flame being spat out of the back of the car. On board here with David Harvey, turning his way out of Graham Hill Bend. There's a big spin ahead of him. Martin Roberts goes off and sharp. Great cloud of smoke there, and that, I fear, is Graham Walsh clambering out of a very smoky car. Graham Walsh out of the race, he's okay. You can see his pride and joy there, getting very hot and bothered. So Graham Walsh, one goes very wide and spins. That's Nigel Gota losing it, he's facing the oncoming traffic. Gets it all crossed up, round he goes, coming into Russell.
Big field then, going through Old Hall, and number 3, Christian Watkins, spins out in front of the pack, and you can see that 2 cars there. I think that Jez Breaker suffered as Martin Roberts drove into the side of him.
Lights go out there, away they go. Good getaway by David SKEGGS, gets up alongside Rough Treasure as they power towards paddock for the first time. There's somebody sideways, and bang! Look at that, a huge impact. Steve Williams it was who came across the road, and David SKEGGS ploughs into the side of him. Let's have a replay of it. Quite see how it was triggered. You see what happened ultimately though. Steve Williams spears across the road. There you are, he's already got it sideways, and David SKEGGS with nowhere to go T-bones him. That was a very big impact indeed. The ride sideways out of paddock, around comes the back into the gravel bed. The regular winner of Class A, Gavin Kirby, having a spin. Replay here of the Class A fun and games. Michael Edwards ahead of Hans Baumhart, who goes up the inside, loses it, gets it onto the grass. Randall tries to put a move on Walsh, and there's contact, and Andrew Walsh gets chucked off to the left-hand side of the road there. Rough Treasure third, goes off, does he? Yes, he's into the gravel. Rough Treasure has chucked it away. Is he going to be able to keep the car going? He's got a long, long way off, and that, I'm afraid, is buried treasure. They turn their way towards Compton, a big, big spin. Hans Baumhart goes off, and Kay arrives far too fast at Brooklands and goes off. Neil McKean turns his way down towards Brooklands. He lost it, round comes the back. Late on the brake, the car swaps ends. Mark Funnell's going to go through, is he? Yes, he does. Mark Funnell grabs second going into tower. Andrew Walsh drops back behind him. And that's Walsh up the inside, and he hits Randall. Both of them spin. Mark Funnell goes across the grass in avoidance. This is the innocent Randall's view. He gets sent off into the weeds. Here's a replay of Andrew Walsh. He goes through on the inside of Funnell, but he was far too fast into the corner, and I think Robert misjudged his speed. That Paul Patterson having a big, big lose. Round it goes through Avon Rise. Spins his way back into the right direction, more or less. This is Danny Gordon coming down towards the camp, but he's found all the wet parts, and he's off. He's on a very wet grass. He's going to hit anything solid. He's just going to get away with it. Finds the tarmac there. Ahead of him is Chris Randall in second. It's still, of course, Mark Funnell who leads, and going off there is Randall. He's got it all wrong, and this time he's got only himself to blame. Somebody in the gravel, though, there is Steve Wenzel. That car is going no further. It's well beach look in the gravel down at the old hairpin. Anthony Clark goes through the chicane there. Number 13, the red and white car of Matthew Barton and Jamie Allison go through, and that's Paul Patterson, and his car is well ablaze, look. A big fire, he's going to pull it off the circuit and retire, but not for the first time this year we've seen the car catch a light in the Lotus On Track Elise Trophy. Paul Patterson's okay, he's out of the car. Now then, he's got to hope the marshals can get there very swiftly indeed, so there's got extra damage done to the bodywork. Up towards paddock, Paul Quinn on the inside, Michael Edwards on the outside of him, and Edwards gets a little crossed up, Quinn brakes very late, he's going to run out of road, he does, he goes into the gravel, bounces his way back onto the circuit. On board now with Nick Kay coming up towards Druids, dives through a gap in the middle, gets sideways, there's contact, and Nick Kay goes off onto the grass. He's just there, bounced off the side of another car, that of Chris Headlam. That's Jez Breaker who's gone into the gravel. That's the first 2 corners, and we've got cars all over the place. 79, Jamie Allison goes through, somebody getting all sideways ahead and spinning. That's David Alexander, he's one of the newcomers this weekend, and I'm afraid he's off into the gravel. So, Nick Kay, driven very well, recovering off that spin, but he's got it all wrong. Look, round comes the back, he's had another spin. Nick Kay goes right the way round. Oh, there's contact as well, he just glances off the side of Steve Williams' car. Nothing Williams could do about that. He was going for a gap, the gap suddenly closed, and Nick Kay with lots of task doing. I think he's really cross about this, gets himself back Walsh goes second. Simon Scuffham gets a little bit crossed up. He's still pushing though. They come up towards McLaren. But Walsh is ahead and Scuffham dives up the inside and just knocks Walsh out of the way. There was no doubt that was a silly bit of driving on Scuffham's part. It ended up with him at the gravel.
It's cold, it's chilly, but it's a great start from the two guys on the front row. I think it's going to be Walsh as they come through this contact right at the very start there. And it looks like the number 40 car has been turned around. Nick Kay has ended up, oh my goodness, he's ended up, how has he missed that? It's still very, very slippery here at Brands Hatch, and if you get a bit too wide, well that's what can happen. He's got onto the outside, he's on the grass, is he going to stop it? No! Through gravel, and I think that's Hans Baumhart. It is the 14 car.
Oh, and that's Paul Quinn. He's in the gravel at the old hairpin. That's a huge gravel trap, but he's kept it running. That Elise, my, that's got mighty 4x4 capabilities for a little sports car. On board with Martin Johnson. Oh, one-handed on the steering wheel, and a massive spin onto wet, slippery grass as he comes out of the old hairpin.
SKEGGS then going up into second place after a good start. Andrew Kell third, and one in the gravel already. That, I'm afraid, is Chris Handler. Big slide going into paddock. The back comes round. Off he goes into the gravel. And here also you can see Martin Johnston's in trouble. Spinning at Hawthorns and being collected by Paul Quinn, the front-running driver in Class A. And both of those cars then off the circuit on the inside of Hawthorns. But up front, the enormous crowd witnessing a great drive by Chris Randall, who once again is using all of his experience to good use. He's trying to pull away from this man, Gavin Kirby, who's lost it. Off into the gravel he goes. Oh no! Gavin Kirby, who was doing a really good job in second place, I'm afraid, has got it all wrong going through paddock. And you can see, despite all the arm twirling inside the cockpit, there was nothing he could do to save him. He loses the back of the car. Randall done his job, stops him before he hits anything solid. There is a rather dusty Gavin Kirby out of the race.
Coming through the very, very tricky end of the lap. Oh, spin there for Tegan. Oh, and that looks like Hamilton Fletcher having a big moment. He's going to, somehow he's managed to miss. Well, 3 names and 9 lives, I think there, Rob. Riding on board with Martin Donnelly as he comes through Ireland. He's lost the back end of the 211. Bang, there's some contact. Yeah, just behind the 99. Oh, my goodness, mate. How close was that, Rob Bath? That was unbelievable. That looked like Gary Braun having a major lose. Falling over each other quite literally is Chris Randall and Gavin Kirby, and Chris discovering the cornfield on the exit of Richie's corner. That's happened to many a driver in the past.
Paul Quinn pulling away at the front of the field. Oh, he is now.
Talking of mistakes. Oh, Anthony Clark. Frustrated down the inside, very late on the brakes, too late on the brakes, it looks like. Tess HOWELL, we've seen on board from her as she's putting pressure. Oh, Chris Feller as well, big old moment there. Oh, turned in, David Harvey though, locks the rears up. Oh no! Yeah, here's Chris Randall, very quick reactions, look at how quickly, well, that's why this guy's won so many races this year. David Harvey, our pole man, comes through. He's going to try and recover from that. Oh, right. He gets done either side. Meanwhile, a contact and a spin there with the 49 car of Steve Wenzel.
These much faster cars coming into the slower category. Oh, and that's Walsh. He's gone in way too quick, and he's now in the gravel on the outside. Oh, no.
Meanwhile, Hardy down the inside, very late down the inside, bang into the side of Ken Savage. Oh, changing the subject, look, that's Gavin Kirby and Steve Williams. Well, we heard from Gavin Kirby saying his highlight of the season was ending up in the gravel at Paddock Bend in race 1. Meanwhile, Randall now looking ahead, and there's, oh, what's going on? Oh, somebody's run wide there and just stopped. That's Vital Shan, of course, Chris Randall to physically stop, engage reverse, and drive past.
Sean Beckham as he comes up towards back into Chris Randall, chasing him, and Beckham gets it all wrong, and round he goes. Cruikshank nearly loses everything coming out of Stirling. Big slide, and that was the save of the day. Marshall's took a step back. They thought he was heading for the barrier, and now Cruikshank gets himself on the dirt with a bit of help from Jonathan Walker. And here is a replay of how Scott Cruikshank's day started to go south. Sideways, coming out of Stirling. Big tank slapper. He managed to avoid clattering off the guardrail. Olivia could out in the lead car run by Jerry the Hastings team. He's going to find ahead of him a spinning Paul Harding, who's lost it in the middle of the road at Clark Curve. Mark Mallory's there looking for a way by, and Quinn goes off the road. Paul Quinn spins onto the grass, going backwards towards the barriers. He's just kept it out of the wall. Lowers down the order, and Martin getting it all on there. Sideways, he goes into Sear, and a big lose as well, right with him, because number 90 goes around. That's Greg Noble. Comes out of Weston, got it wrong already. He's on the grass, bang, into the barrier. The car skittles downhill, and just avoided by Sean Bicknell, because he jigged to his left, ended up right in the path of Patton Bennett, who really had nowhere to go. This is Bicknell's view. There's Cruikshank heading for him. There's the contact. Heading then up towards the heavy for the first time. Chris Randall goes off. There's another car that's been involved, and Randall at unabated speed. Well, let's just have a look, because there was, contact in midfield. Somebody hit Jonathan Walker, who came across and hit Chris Randall, who was a full chat there, accelerating, and with a complete passenger. Have another look from on board with Jonathan Walker. He makes a move to the inside. He's alongside Chris Hedlund. Contact between the two. Jonathan Walker bounces into the barrier on the inside, or on the outside of all of this. Chris Randall's car has gone carrying the barrier into the gravel. James Stanley's view might show a bit more. Jonathan Walker just clipped by Chris Hedlund, moves across the road and spears into the side of Randall. Spinning there, look, is Chris Hedlund just missing James Stanley and head to the left. Randall's moment, head to the right, and Jonathan Walker's moment. A mix of places lying all over the ground. Williams has the quicker line, he locks up and he spins, going into paddock ground, he goes off into the gravel. That was the replay of Williams getting himself into the gravel. The wheel spins and tries to dig his way out.